We in the house. We in the house. Let's go, man. Let's go. It is that time. It is that time. Let's get it. Yes, yes, yes. What up? What up? It is your main man, Mike to the P. This is the One Mike podcast, baby. You dig me? We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We doing it real smooth, real exquisite, and real player. You dig that? On today's agenda, we got the NBA. You feel me? See what the freak is my day going? There we go. Myself Jones. Tiny as a fool in the corner, Cash. Like I said, we in the building, man. One Mike podcast. Like, subscribe, repost, retweet, all that. You dig me? NBA Wednesday, bruh. The Heat beat the dog ish out of my daggone Bulls, man. Total embarrassment. Again, Bulls didn't show up to play. I just don't even understand like what happened. Like out the gate, we just got beat down, man. Like you let Duncan Robinson in the early stages of the game, he gets a quick 8 points, and it was well balanced, all throughout the whole team. Like Tyler Hero went bonkers on us, 38 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Like 3 or 7 from three. Andrew Wiggins hit 4 threes. Come on, man. 20 points, led them as far as secondary scoring. Bam came in with 15 points. I don't understand, man. Josh Giddey, he came to play. I mean, he had 25, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. But, everybody else just didn't come to play, man. Taylor Horton Tucker, I don't understand why he don't get more minutes. Julian Phillips got 1 minute. Guys that have been playing for you all season, just not getting the minutes. Kevin Huerter played too many minutes. He only got 10 points, 32 minutes. Come on, man. Vucevic, again, we had to move off Vucevic, man. Dog, you got 16 points. You like he does not get fed, man. Like Bazelis, he stopped shooting the ball. He got 9 points. Kobe White, again, he was 5 for 20. So again, man, when Kobe White doesn't play well, we tend to lose. Like we don't have enough scoring on our team. You know what I'm saying? As of now, this Bulls team, I think, is incomplete. I think we need some more, bodies down bottom. This bigger guy. I like Zach Collins. He only played 5 minutes, man. Like 5 minutes, bro. Like this is crazy. Jalen Smith is your best defender for a center. He played 4 minutes, man. Like, come on, man. Billy Donovan has to go. Billy Donovan is the reason why we suck. Period, point blank. He doesn't understand lineups, putting the best lineup on the floor. Again, we got beat down, beat up. Nowhere to put it. Congrats to the Heat. They're moving on to play Atlanta tonight, which should be a really good game. The Mavericks surprised everybody, with a 120 to 106 against Sacramento. They just didn't show up either. It was just, again, one-sided affair. You had Sabonis, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. That's just not going to get it done. DeMar was 13 to 28. You had Keegan Murray. You had Levine had a cool 20. We had 18 and 19. 8 and 19, excuse me. But the bench, bro, just McDermott, like Valanciunas, like he had 4 points. I mean, come on, man. Like you got 10 minutes on the floor. Fultz had 2 minutes. Like Trey Lyles, they just played those guys entirely too long on the floor, and they weren't getting it done. You didn't get a spark off the bench at all. McDermott played 6 minutes. Trey Lyles played 18 minutes with 5 points. You know, Keon Ellis, he didn't do much. He didn't even shoot the ball that much. Like Levine and those guys just shot the ball entirely too much, and they just kept missing. And then you're not playing on defense. You let Klay Thompson go crazy on you. You went bonkers for 23, 5 of 7 from 3. Again, they keep saying Klay is washed. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. AD did what AD was going. I knew he was going to do. 27 and 9. PJ Washington came out and did what I knew he was going to do. 17 and 9. Great, you know. Najee Mitchell has been doing this all season. Lively played way more minutes than I thought he would. Gafford played solid, 9 points, 4 rebounds. You know, again, they just have a well-balanced team. We got Brandon Williams, you know, and Dante Exum off the pine. Max Christie really didn't do too much. Jaden Hardy, again, I don't know why he's not getting enough minutes. If I'm the Bulls, I'm going after him. You did in off season. That's who I'm going after. Especially Dinwiddie didn't do much either. You know, the player that you thought was going to really come alive didn't. So, again, Dallas plays Memphis tonight on ESPN. Should definitely be a good game for sure. You dig? For shizzle dizzle about whistle. But yeah, man. Moving on to our next subject, man. Black on Black news, baby. Black on Black news. You dig? This will be a quick pod today. We gonna weave in and out. You dig? Just want to touch on a couple of subjects, man. People, you said this video probably went viral tremendously. Just going around the net, you know, from each I guess not publication, but each website. People giving their breakdown. I just haven't given my breakdown yet. Had an opportunity to really throw my thoughts out there, so to speak. But situation with Wallow, again, I think Wallow is sold out. Again, I watched Wallow literally go from, you know, coming home, being humble, telling Gil, like, yeah, Gil, I'm not gonna let this stuff go to my head. I'm gonna wear my, you know, my Adidas track suits. You know, I'm gonna wear my Vans, man. I'm not gonna be buying all this extra stuff. I'm not gonna let the money go get to me. You know, I'm humble. You know what I'm saying? I watch you to say all these things. Then you go from that point, you sign a deal with Barstool, pardon me. You know, whatever X amount of dollars they earned, it should have probably been more because they put Barstool on the map, in my opinion. Nobody was fooling with Barstool like that, but Barstool they took a chance on them too, giving them their, you know, creative control and their IP, then try to fight them and try to take over like most people in the industry do. They try their best to try to, you know, put a foothold or put a foot in your behind if you're not basically following what they want you to follow. You know, so watch Wallow and them grow. Again, Gilly he was doing his thing on Instagram with the $1 million worth of game alone. You know what I'm saying? So they had renditions of the podcast. They had different people that was on the jump, different studios, all type of stuff. I don't know. It's like maybe like 4 or 5 renditions of this podcast. It finally pops nationwide, doing this thing. They highlighting Black businesses. So I respect them. They're doing a great job. Wallow has some choice words to say, so we're gonna let him go ahead and present these. Here's the video of him saying how he feels about Black businesses. Again, fair use. People have been clipping this joint up all year, so fair use.
Fuck about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a Black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Well, fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them deals where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number 1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
The brother sound like you can smell it. You can smell the sellout on his breath. You dig me? You can smell the sellout on his brother breath, fam. I don't agree. Again, Who cares if I don't agree? But at the end of the day, my perspective is Wallow. There's so many things you said in that video that just contradict themselves. You said, okay, don't support black businesses who are not up to snuff, so to speak. I don't know anybody who's supporting black businesses if they're not good businesses. Like, I went to $1 million trees that look like pure shit, and people still going to buy stuff on the floor, all type of stuff. People still going to get their items and leave. You walk into a Chinese restaurant, you don't critique the customer service, or is the cleanliness good, or is the person talking to you, or no, you only do that with us. That's our problem right there. You're literally chastising and disrespecting people who may have just had a bad day, who may have just not been on point for the time frame, who may, okay, I just can't I'm trying to hire people who have a certain level of ilk or consistency, but just not have an opportunity to hire them. Somebody else has already hired them. So you have to work with what you got, so to speak. You try to groom these people, try to put them on a certain level in a certain place. You know, eventually they may get better. What if you came into that restaurant and gave them some strong critiques, but did it in a way that was going to help them, that's going to help them grow and get better at what they're doing? Not telling people, oh, 70% of y'all are not going to make it. Why would you tell them that for? That don't even make sense. And you got all this money, and I'm gonna spend it with Ferrari. I don't care about that. That's how sellouts talk, man. People don't get to a certain place just by, oh, I woke up this morning, I'm here. No, they have to grow to get to that certain point. So you have to help them get to that certain point. Young folks out here, they just need to be developed. But people don't want to help them out. They don't want to take the time to show them certain things. You didn't get it off the first time. You didn't come in the world, I'm professional. You learn how to be professional. You learn how to conduct yourself. Most people just out here trying to hustle to get a job, man, to feed themselves so they don't become homeless or disenfranchised. You dig? So it takes a lot to run a business, for one. You know, but I firmly believe we got to support each other, man. If we don't support each other, then who will? Right, wrong, or indifferent. If it's not the best quality, you know, please just give a fair critique and try to help and give something that's going to really help that business or help that situation grow. Not just say, I'm not going to support you if you ain't doing this or X, Y, and Z. People support a bunch of things for years that was not on point. You dig? So everybody, and why do we get the moniker of having bad customer service? I don't believe that. I've been to several black businesses who have had amazing customer service. People always want to focus on the few little people that they encounter and make that the big global perspective on how we do things. I don't believe that. I just don't. You're not going to a numerous amount of black businesses. Everybody is disrespectful. Everybody don't speak to you. Everything's dirty. No, that's not true. It's a million black businesses who are on the up and up and doing things well. Like I said, you don't go to that Chinese restaurant when you go to that shrimp fried rice. You ain't going there to check nothing. You know what to expect. You know, okay, I'm gonna go in here. This person's gonna be mean. They're not gonna make eye contact. They're gonna be yelling. Something a bunch of chaos. You know what to expect when you go into a certain spot. You go to a full spot. You know what to expect. You go to Chuck E. Cheese. You know what to expect. You go to, any other CC's Pizza. You're not going there and go, oh, is this pizza real or this sauce? What type of sauce is this? No, you go in there and say, hey, this may not be the highest quality food, but for right now, this $13 I got, I'm about to go in here and act the food, eat this food I want to eat. You know, so again, mixing with all that bull jive, all that we kill that noise and we don't need to be doing that. Nah, I don't believe that. Again, like I said, if we don't support our own, then who is going to support us? That's our problem. You let the segregation mentality and mindset to think that their ice is colder. No, it's just ice at the end of the day. All businesses are bad. Some businesses that are from different cultures and creeds and hues, their businesses they suck too. Trust me. I've been to tackle box junk where you go to trying to get fishing gear, and I'm like, damn, all this raggedy shit in here. Like, but again, I'm not gonna go in there and be like, y'all need to clean this shit up, or y'all didn't speak to me. Okay, if I go into a store and they don't speak, I'm gonna leave. That's universal. That ain't got nothing to do with a black business. That's just in general. You obviously don't want my business or my money, so I'm out of here, cuz. I've done that Jesse Penny. I sat literally in the joint looking around and people walking by me, just not saying a word. Okay, cool, I'm out. But obviously my money don't need to be spent up in here. But you do that enough times, JC Penney going out of business. Kmart went out of business because, again, the quality is not there anymore. Walmart's teetering. Without Walmart's, those brand deals, bro, they'd be out of business if it was off merit and off what they do as a company. Bro, they're terrible. All the recalls, all of this, they put insurance on their own people. You're not really advancing in that show. To me, it's always dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, the style of what Walmart presents is not what it used to be when the family first opened. They pimped themselves. McDonald's the same way. People always like to use the analogy, McDonald's and Chick-fil-A. Like, yeah, they're both run by white people. What are you talking about? It's the same thing. But you'll give them credit on the fact it's Chick-fil-A, but you'll try to downsize it and say McDonald's isn't like it's a black owned. McDonald's ain't black owned. So why would you be using that as an analogy to talk about people in that state? Those are obviously people who needed a job. Waffle House, same thing, man. You know what they expect when you walk in. It's not a 5-star restaurant, son. You're not getting 5-star food. Understand that. You dig? So it's different qualities and different tiers in this world. And I firmly believe that we have to support each other, give critiques where they need to be given, support with our finances for shizzle dizzle, because without those small businesses in the world, you would have everything would be this Bojangles, everything would just be, they're going to flood you with Jimmy John's, and they're going to flood you with, that's what they want to do anyway. You look at the highways where you go to get food, it's the same thing. Bojangles, Wendy's, Hardee's. How you think all this stuff, they map these joints out. So as soon as you go off the highway, they're going to say, man, I'm hungry. What you want? Bojangles over there, shoot. They got breakfasts all day long. They got chicken. They got biscuits. Yeah, they selling for real. You go there on 460, you going to I-95 or I-85. Yeah, that's where you're going to stop at. Or Wendy's. You like, man, give me a burger real quick, some fries, I'm out. That's strategic. It's not going to be no Mike Smith's sandwich shop. You might very rarely have that in the area. And they probably been around for years. They still making money. So you got to support small black businesses. You have to. It's apparent, man. You cannot sit up here and walk around and tell people that not to support black businesses because they're not up to some type of standard of code or everybody not perfect. Everybody need help. Everybody's trying to get better and grow. But that's not going to change my perspective. That's like somebody homeless on the street. You don't give to that. You don't give because they don't go buy some drugs. No, you just give because it's the right thing to do. Whatever they decide to do with it, they decide to do it. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? So your integrity is intact. Okay, I just give because I just know this person needs it. Don't matter what they decide to go do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm here to just make sure that you are all right. I walked the store the other day. I seen a lady, man. I just had to, bro. I just spent like $15 on like gas. I think I bought a sandwich and some chips. Lady homeless as a fool, bro. It's raining outside. She in the junk, literally got her shoes up to the dryer, fam. The push dryer. So she just hitting that shit. She's drying her shoes off. Just gave her $20, bro. If the Walmart right there, maybe she had to go buy some more shoes. Maybe she could have bought some covers for the shoes. Maybe she got a hot meal. She might not have had a hot meal all day or all year or in 2 weeks. So you never know. That $20 will solidify at least for whatever is needed. She might need a soda, some to drink, some water, anything. Anything. Some socks she could have bought. She could have bought multiple things at $20. It doesn't matter if she decided to go buy some drugs with it. I decided that I felt like she needed this $20, dog. I would have gave her more if I had more. You did? I can't lose my behind. I got a family to take care of. You dig me? But, we got to take care of ourselves. We all we got. Shout out to Williams. We all we got, man. Ain't nobody coming to save us or help us. You talking about something, don't support black. And 70% of y'all ain't going to make it. What are you talking about, bro? I made millionaire. I made millionaire, baby. Well, help them people become millionaires then. You did. I've watched Chef Irvine and all these people literally go help businesses. If you're so good at what you do, go help Joe Blow, who's struggling. Create the Wallow Show where you go help people who's struggling to get their business back on. John Taffer, I watch him when it comes to restaurants. Go back to these restaurants, help these people get successful. Sometimes it don't work out, but you're giving them opportunity to save themselves. He go in there and chastise and talk wild to them people. But at the end of the day, he has a formula and a system that works. He understands business. He understands customer service, smiling while you're shaking the drink. You dig? All those things matter to people. They don't matter to me. I don't want to give a shit, man. Just make my shit. You ain't got to really come. Just give me some common decency. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, I'm not doing so well, man. You know, okay, what's going on with you? Like, I literally ask people for real. I really want to know how you really feeling for real, not just, oh, I'm doing good. People just, oh, I'm doing good. Like, you're not even smiling. How you doing good? You dig? So for me, I'm just at a different point in my life where I move fast, but I'm still taking in the moment, moving slow at the same time. You dig? So yeah, man, I didn't like that. I didn't like this tone. I didn't like the way he was trying to give it. Again, he can recant. He can come back and say, okay, this is what I meant. Because my tone sometimes can be off. You know, people get pulled back or drawn away because they think I'm trying to say something I'm really not. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Second video, man. Shout out to Cam. You dig? 4th and 1. Really good podcast, man. Shout out to Cam Newton. You dig me? MVP Cam. You dig? You know, the kid Nico, man, I just never understood. Like, he leaves Tennessee. You know, he literally is going to a situation where it's NIL. People is trying to make it. They're gonna try to make an example out of him. You know, shout out to 252. He was one of the ones that broke. Feel like no analyst was saying this at all. He was like, "Yo, he's gonna go to UCLA," based off the connection with his younger brother that's already there, and assistant coach that was with Tennessee last year. So like, yo, that's called good analysis. That's why he that guy. You dig me? You know what I'm saying? One have a sports reporter's order. You did go follow those guys immediately. That's Raph, Mr. Logical, pardon me, Mr. Logical and 250 Unorthodox statistician. Go follow those brothers right now, man. That's sports reports as ordered. You dig me? Yeah, for sure. To me personally, man, the kid Nico, I think I'm gonna let Cam go and say what he got to say because I didn't want to steal his thunder because I feel like we kind of had the same thought process, but the way he broke it down, I had to play the video because I just feel like he just broke it down so eloquently. Again, fair use.
Whoever told his father, whoever told him or gave him the inkling of we need more money. Yeah, you would think it's about money. This has everything to do with advice.
That's right.
Who advised the Alamaleva family to make this decision? Right? Because this is what you must understand, Nico and Big Nico.
What's the matter, Miles?
My gauge has changed. Ain't no way I'm making this flight.
Oh, you're making this flight. Hold my oikos. Okay. Coming through. Watch out.
We can make it. Thank you.
You're stronger than you look, JT. Oikos is packed with complete protein to help build strong muscles.
Nobody eating that bull job, bro.
Regardless.
And the thing was, again, I didn't feel like I didn't break the whole thing down. He basically was making $4 million with Tennessee. He comes in and says, hey, no, I'm sorry, pardon me. He was making $2 million with Tennessee. Had a subpar year, threw for maybe 2,000, yards passing, 19 touchdowns, I think 11 picks. That's pedestrian in my opinion. You know, it's not elite, it's not anything, crazy. Mr. Logical did give some great analysis too on Tennessee raising their ticket prices up due to the talent level that has been risen. So again, they're trying to figure out ways to counteract. And I think he looked at what Jason Dart got. I mean, not Jason Dart, pardon me. What's the kid that played at Georgia last year? The quarterback. Let me see. Carson Beck. Yeah, Carson Beck left. Where's Carson Beck at now? He left and got Pizzy. You dig me? He plays with Miami now. So, yeah, he left and went, again, NIL. He left and said, hey, I'm going to go get the big zag. You dig? That's, again, he decided to go at the right time. You have to understand the market, for one. Even though Carson Beck, he probably might be a way better player than Carson Beck. But Miami's desperate. They needed a quarterback. He left at the right time. He didn't wait till spring training about to start. That's what the kid Nico's doing. You try to stick him up. No, bruh. Read the room. Like, people are not in a position to just be played with like that. So when you decide to up and say, I'm not sure on the spring ball, like, huh? bro, football's next man up. I don't even know what type of mentality this brother got going on. It's not NFL free agency. There's no type of Jones saying where they got to pay you a certain amount of bread. It don't even exist like that for real. They make up the rules as they go. It's the Wild Wild West. So if Carson Beck goes get that bread, that's just his time when he got the bread. It ain't a race thing. It's just he was up to get the money. The next guy gonna say, hey, I need more money than Carson Beck because I'm better than Carson Beck. And they're gonna figure it out. Again, they've been willing and dealing all this time. Ain't no more getting the guy a refrigerator or getting mama a dryer and a car and we square business come to the school. Nah, bro. I need to be taken care of in full. Because you making so much money off me. Now, if you weren't making so much money and you wouldn't want to cut me in at all, I think collective, revenue sharing is going to be going this year, starting in college football. So it'll be an uptick in certain things. Certain guys will get paid a certain amount of money due to revenue sharing, because that's how it should have been in the first place. But NIL is separate. NIL is not the college. It's conjunction with the company that's either sponsoring a situation for this person to have a job or, something to that effect. So when people say, oh, the college need to pay him, no, they're not paying the kid directly. It's subsidized with another company that's paying the kid. They figure out ways to get an athlete there to give some money. That's why you see the uptick of athletes coming back to their alma mater and really becoming part of the financial institution part, like the general manager or chairman of X, Y, and Z. Steph Curry went back to Davidson and, is an executive now. See, so that's probably NIL based to try to get these people to come. Oh, damn, you can beat Steph Curry. Like, that's a bonus. He get another bag. Something he can do probably when he retires. So all these things correlate. All these things coincide to come together to make this thing work. So the kid leaves. He goes to UCLA. But yeah, like Cam said, man, I'm done with that, John. It's all about advice. It's all about who was advising you, bro. That's one thing I like the way he said it. It's like who made that kid decide to do that? Like, he goes to UCLA. I think he got like 1 point something. He took a pay cut. You could have just showed the Tennessee in and just said, hey, I'm going to play. Have my money ready. I'm going to be there. But no, you want to try to stick the university up. They're like, bro, what? Next man up. We'll find somebody to play. Like, you're not even that good with it. Like, bro, I can see you had an all-world year. You're just not even that good to demand $4 million. But again, it's a free market. So if you think you worth out $4 million, go for it. You think you better than Carson Beck, go for it. But you don't play your hand like that. You literally you was all in for what? Now you took a haircut. Now you took for what? You still making an M, but tax will come. You might get $800,000, $600,000. Okay, you really could have been sitting pretty. You did, but people don't read the room. They decide to jump out the window and they want it so bad. They think they're so smart. When man, you have to just play that thing at a different pace. You got to just be savvy and smooth when you're doing business. You dig? So I'm in negotiation right now trying to figure some things out for even myself, but I'm not going to jump out the window. I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. Stay even keel. I'm not going to sit up here and make demands and act like I'm, people need, like, the company has been around since 1993. So people have been working there. They're going to have people there when I'm here. When I leave, the company going to keep going unless the company decides to fold. So you can't be delusional. Again, you got to read the room and appreciate the opportunity. These people that walk around with entitlement issues, like they supposed to be given this type of stuff. Nah, people in the fourth view to have opportunity, so don't disrespect the people, because they'll go away. They'll try to and they're going to try to, I'm telling y'all, one thing I know about people in business, they're going to figure out a way to squeeze you again. They understood the boycott. They understood, okay, we got to play the players. The CEO steps down. Imagine how much money this fool been making for years of NCAA. Decided to step down, didn't apologize, no nothing. They're like, bro, we got to pay these guys, man. Like, we can't. They just not, either they're not come to the school. They're gonna literally just say, you know what? I might as well just go try out independently. I'm gonna just be a walk-on. I'm gonna go to college. I'm just gonna literally just go to some other league, do my thing there, and then dip. So that's what happened in basketball. People go right to some Unite in the G League, and then they dip. They're like, bro, we don't need this. Other news. Black on black news, black man from a black perspective. You dig me? So, man, DoorDash launched this autonomous AI-powered food delivery robots. I told y'all, bro. in San Jose, California, man. I just don't understand. Y'all don't see it coming, bro. All these jobs that you thought was good, and they lied to you, man. You're really what y'all were the guinea pigs in the startups. How this thing go? You know, you're gonna have people that try to manage the robots. We get it, but man, it's they already got. I mean, I remember, man. Shout out my OG Rail. You know what I'm saying? Rail put me on game with the Tesla, on the autonomous driving. I never even seen a mess like this before. Before everybody had Teslas and stuff, I test drove Teslas. I used to live in the dealership. I used to be up there almost every other day. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring out things. And I thought about buying one time, but when I started seeing them blow up and then, you know, they're not really resellable, I said, nah, I'm cool. It's not worth the money for in the long term, in the long run. You buy a car, you want it to be an investment. You don't want it to be something that you can't even sell for close to what you bought it for. That don't even make sense. You dig? So, yeah. We're moving on, man. Talking about the eggs, you know, the largest producer saw profits triple in the last quarter after millions of people, you know, for government assistance. It's like the largest egg company producer, Cal-Maine. I literally did a part on this before. Cal-Maine owns like 45% of the eggs that we got distributed basically through. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to video call me while I'm potting. Let's see real quick. Please forgive me, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man, they literally $590 million though they made off eggs. They just price gouging. So they're in the market of, you know, trying to get money. That's it. If they're producing them, they know y'all want to eat. Y'all, bro, I've never seen people just get addicted to eggs, man. It's insane to me. Like, bro, eat different things for breakfast. For real. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, here we go.
About the Chinese rent-a-womb industry that was recently discovered here in California. Did you know that they recently busted an entire rent-a-womb industry that was linked to China? Nowhere other than the state of California. And believe me when I say it's crazier than you think. Authorities discovered motels filled with pregnant women that were brought in from China just so that they can give birth in the United States so that their children could become United States citizens.
That's how they do. But y'all don't realize they're trying to invade the Americas. I told you before, I said it numerous times, I said China is in a place where, why do you think that the Chinese people now are deciding to tell y'all what y'all should have been known for years, that a lot of the things that you're buying, they're upticking you. It's the same product, the same leather, they get it from the same place, they make it in the same factories. You're just paying for the brand. You're paying for the name of the brand that they are trying to sell you. It's Gucci, it's Louis Vuitton, and all. It means nothing. You place monetary value on something that is not valuable. Tennis shoes are not valuable. A purse is not valuable. That people buying Birkins that was literally, dude broke down the whole junk. The fabric and stuff is literally made in Italy. All these things, the products they buy from Italy, the dyes, the certain leather, the textures, they make it. They get produced in China because it's cheap labor. People don't understand. China's economy is in shambles, man. Why do you think that they're gonna tell you to buy directly from them? Because they can't sell to other Chinese people because they don't make enough money. It's a communist country. That's what I don't understand. People just don't have a brain, fam. Like, that's why they do business with the U.S. because they know, even though we're in debt, we can just play with them when we feel like playing with them, bro. Because they don't have no infrastructure. We were a producer that became a consumer. So now we mass produce still things here. We should be producing more things here. But then they realize how cheap they can get it made in China and say, okay, even though you steal our stuff and our IP and our business property, intellectual property, we can still make enough money and it won't hurt as much. But when you go to China and do business, you got to sign with somebody Chinese for one. and literally they're gonna own 51% of the business. That means they own the business, so they're able to do the things that they want to do. But people are so greedy, they don't even care because they got multiple businesses. When you're doing big business and for real big business, dog, man, checking a loss on something, it's all profit margin and profit gains. If I can figure out how to, unload this business or unload that business and crash it and take all the money out, that's the game that they play every single day. So when you sit up here and say in China, like, oh, we indebted to China, okay, so what? If we stop doing business with China, they're gonna fall apart. China just became, involved with doing business internationally in 2000. They just got started. It's 2025. They've been doing it for 25 years. Before that, Chinese government was in shambles, man. So again, we helped even though they're second in GOP, we helped them get to that point. They can't survive without us. We are their lifeline. Why do you think the tariffs and stuff are putting problems on their business? They moving to Cambodia and trying to sneak their businesses to Mexico and try to bring their business to the U.S. under the Mexican. So it's like a subgroup that they'll make up. They own Smithfield Hams here. They own a bunch of land here because they can't grow no land in China. They can't grow any crops in China because of the smog and all the. It's so much that go on, bro. You just got to know globally. They're pulling the wool over you. They show you little pictures. That's why they say they do in Africa. Saying they do it different. They show you the worst thing that's going on in that place. But trust me, bro, it's plenty of people over there living amazing. You know why? I follow channels with people who actually go there. I follow people who do blogs who are Americans who actually look on YouTube. You will see a bunch of families who moved there. And you'll see the fact that, this is how they really living. People that live in Thailand, people that live in different places. I'm like, they living good. You dig? So yeah, it's all about. It's a ghetto in every area. That's the American capitalism blueprint. It's a ghetto everywhere. You dig? The ghetto started in Europe, believe it or not. So again, it's deeper knowledge. Again, the black man is giving, the Asiatic brother is giving that deep knowledge. You dig me? But yeah, China's in shambles, man. China's having a situation where their housing market's in shambles as well. But again, you let them tell it. You let the average American tell it. They swear, China is the top of the list, and they're the creme de la creme. No, they're not. No, they're not, bro. They don't want no smoke with us for real. And everybody who know. We control what they decide to do. Trump is doing some things that are good. I do like the tariffs because again, they've been doing shitty business with us for years. They've been getting over on us for years. It's time to say, hey, nah, bro. We putting our foot back down on y'all ass because y'all playing like y'all really like y'all us for real. You're not really like that, So, but they're using their people to come over here and have babies. That's why Trump wants to stop having people to become citizens over here just like that or willy-nilly because they're coming over here having children and their kids get to go to schools and go to the Prince. They're gonna go to HBCU. They want to. They can do anything they want to do. And then what they're gonna go back to? China. They're gonna take that money right back to China. They're not gonna be invested in America and seeing what they're doing here. It's people in China that can't leave. Like you can't take $50,000 outside of China without their government investigating you to see who you are. People just don't know these things because they don't read. They don't know about global news. You can't watch the news that's on Channel 6 and Channel 12 and Channel 8. That's not real news. That news is pumped to you through programming, through propaganda. You can get some from it, but you need to watch global news. You need to watch news that's going on around the world. I watch African news, fam. So when people say we got a brother over there that's took back their gold, told the French get out of here. We taking back our gold reserve. We taking over our stuff because it's our minerals, but you got to fight for it. You got some people that have sold us out, man, or they have been tried. That brother, I think, had 9 assassination attempts on his life. So again, you just got to be built for it, man. Either you built for it or you're not built for it. It is what it is. You dig? But moving on, man. I just had to get that small breakdown because it's like, man, you see people over here that's really getting over on us 1,000 times over. It's disgusting. But you're not gonna know these things are going on and happening unless you're there. Let's see here. Let's see here. One more video. Talked about the tariffs already. Yeah, we talked about that. Let's see here. Let's see. We can talk about, man. RP to the brother, rest in paradise, one of the ancestors transition, man. Max Romeo. He did basically the song Little 7 in the morning, I'm gonna take you out of earth. So they really sampled the brother music, man. It's a Jamaican reggae legend, Max Romeo, has died at the age of 80 from reported heart complications. Just months after filing a major lawsuit against Universal Music Group for nearly 5 decades of unpaid royalties. Romeo, whose real name is Maxwell Livingston Smith, passed away as the legal battle of the world's largest music group company begins to spotlight border issues of conversation and ownership in reggae music. Chase the Devil and the War on Babylon singer has recently taken to Instagram to share his U.S. $15 million lawsuit, which was claimed 47 years of royalties have not been paid to him. It's ridiculous, man. You know that the brother in the comments said, I hope his estate carries out. Man, they don't carry out shit. They probably won't even cut no check because they're gonna be scared. They're gonna say, hold on, bro. He was living in good health. Man, he got heart complications. What happened to him? Same thing happened to Angie Stone, bro. Y'all gotta wake up and smell the coffee, man. Either you really prepared to go to war with people, ain't gonna be no lawsuit, bro. If I need my bread, when TLC needed that money, they went up in that office with them things, you heard? They ain't go, I'm gonna go file me a lawsuit. I'm gonna sue their ass. Shit, they gonna keep you in court, and then something gonna happen to you. You mysteriously got a heart disease now. All of a sudden, and you're sick as a bitch. All of a sudden, you get in a car accident that nobody know what the fuck happened. Nobody know what happened to Angie Stone. Nobody know who killed her. They don't even know what happened on the scene. They saying 1 minute she's in the car, she get hit. The next minute they saying she's outside the car, she get hit. It's conflicting stories because they want to keep you away from the story. Ain't nobody even talking about it now. Her funeral happened. You got some, RIPs, and they moving on with life. So again, you gotta decide, man. Am I cool with them just robbing me, or do I really want to get justice for real? You gotta decide that in your mind, because that brother probably was living his life doing this thing. Who knows? If he was on some hardships, people like y'all love Jay-Z so much. He's the one that sampled it, I believe. And I'm trying to figure out who actually did that record. Maybe it was Kanye. I don't even know. Let's see who did that record, though. But those are people that you should have been looking for. I think it might be Kanye. That's off the Black album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let me see who produced that joint. Featured Kanye West. Let's see who produced it. Yes, Kanye West. Lucifer from the Black album. Yeah, so he never got no conversation for that, John. But again, Universal Music Group, the same people that Drake is signed to, they have to stay in control. These people are puppets, fam. Even though I'm a Drake supporter, I'm over your mic, you know this. Drake is a puppet. Why does Drake need to be signed to a record label? Again, people who are doing music, understand this game. It's the music business. It's not just music, it's the music business. So make sure your business is in order. Make sure your publishing is in order. Again, people like Puffy Combs, they've been stealing people's shit forever. They're stealing. They literally, this man literally is a diabolical devil. Stole people's music, stole their publishing, stole their royalties, forced them to do sexual things or put them in compromised positions. Invited them to the house, and they got big bodyguard. People, there's stuff you don't see. You drinking the champagne, it's mixed with some. They put body oil, baby oil. Got a girl come out of nowhere, put some baby oil on your chin, on your shoulder, and you can't feel the shit. Now you never be like that. And you see Diddy, yeah, what's going on, Diddy? You can't tell you this. That's what they do to people, man. This world is predatorial. So that's why you gotta be wise. You gotta know how to move in a room full of vultures, cuz. You gotta know how to move out here, man. Don't listen down, bro. People be talking about, I don't even listen to that shit. I be like, man, this shit's like some bullshit. I'm cool. I said to myself, I was with my family and work every day, man. I don't give a shit about none of the other shit. It don't matter to me. You dig? So this brother was trying to fight for himself, doing the right thing, so to speak. You can't ask a devil for somebody to try to help you out. They know they're doing you wrong. They know they stole from that brother 47 years. They know that. They looking at that shit like, damn, we make a whole lot of money off that shit. Puffy, you think when Biggie died, he gave a lot of Miss Wallace, Miss Wallace passed a couple months ago. He didn't even give Miss Wallace no bread like that. He gave her some little crumbs. She can't live off that forever. Biggie legacy, Puffy been making more money off Biggie than he was alive. Biggie died in 25, 26 years old. He's been making money off this man for 30 years straight. And putting the publish and royalties and shit in his mom name. So when you go after him, that's what understand. That's Clive Davis grooming. You go after him, it's like, nah, you got to go after the publishing company. I don't run the publishing company. My son is my son's name. So then my son can make money for the rest of his life off somebody else's legacy, off somebody else's raps, off somebody else's situation. Your family ain't gonna eat off it, but my family is. You dig? Gilly said that, he said, I can't wait till this nigga publishing is up. I can't wait till his catalog is up. I'm gonna buy that shit. And my family gonna make money off this nigga forever. Because he was in a position to help me out, he shitted on me. That's the ultimate flex, yo. But again, that's the game they play in the music business. So make sure your business is tight. You go into a situation, don't sign with no record company. They're gonna want to put you in a 360. That's Leroy Cohen. They want a piece of everything. They want your merchandise, and they gotta get a piece of you too. That's what it really is. They know you really down there. Okay, well, he did this. That's why you see people like LaRussell. They really want it. But I'm telling you, time is ticking on LaRussell. It's ticking. You see, Russ, he fell all the way back. He was out here doing interviews and telling people all about the independent, and that brother quiet. People who are independent for real, stay quiet and get your money, fam. Because these people out here are diabolical all day long, bro. And as soon as I think Fat Man Scoop was in a situation where they was trying to get some money. The dude from the Cha-Cha Slide dude. Bro, Cha-Cha Slide dude passed away. And out of nowhere, I see the commercial with that man's song on that jump. They had that already in the tuck, bro, waiting. Nelly sold his catalog. Then NAL Chopper got a song with Nelly John. I'm like, what is this bullshit, bro? With the Hot Here sample, bro. Like, this is a plan they have to buy the catalogs up, to take that music now. That music for the next 100 years will be sampled and filtered through. I already see the plan, bro. You got to wake up and understand what's going on here. Get your merchandise. Get your merch right. Make sure you're putting out some good music and stay independent. Sell some vinyl. Vinyl, what, man, don't ever in your life get it messed up. Now, that's why Drake said, let's talk about, he ain't got no bundle deal with his records. It's authentic. No bundle, no tickets for sale, or no vinyl with the album. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Vinyl is the way to go, bro. Too short the trunk and Master P with it. Sell them for $30 a hit. Make them for it. It don't cost them money to print on some vinyl. Still to this day, vinyl cracking, dog. Telling you, vinyl is cracking. New vinyls come out, man. It's $42, $46, $50, easy. People buying left and right, because they own it. They own it now. You want Spotify, bro? They trick the music business up. Instead of Spotify being an anti-music business, they just partner with them and say, you know what? We'll just put all the music on 3 places: Apple Music, Spotify, and what's other junk? Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music. Those are 3. Amazon Music, Pandora. All these are subsidiary after the fact, but those where the music is held at, and these capsules. You don't own it. You can't play what you want to play unless you pay up a certain price. You gotta pay Spotify to hear the exact song you want to play. That's bullshit. Then you got the radio stations. They're compromised too. They play 5 songs, the same 5 songs every day at the same time. It's coming right on, bro. When I used to work in the warehouse, we knew those same songs, them same 10 songs were gonna come on. Those are paid for. That's payola. The record company calls and says, "Hey, we got an artist." That's not organic. That song just ain't hot because it's just hot. No, that's programming. You keep hearing it enough times, you can hate that Sexy Red song, but you keep hearing it, you can hate that Glorilla song, that Lizzo song. Those people are being invested. They know how the psyche, the human mind works. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This shit bigger than Nino Brown, baby. Nino Brown's on that stage said, yo, this young bigger than Nino Brown. He was ratting on everybody. What about the educated brother from the bank? Yeah, you right there, brother, you. You know, so yeah, when the chips come to fall, brother, when the chicken come to roost, they're not going to sit up here and let that brother get no money. George Clinton, bro, protect George Clinton at all times, bro. He's suing them too. Now, bro, I'm telling you, watch some bull y'all having with George Clinton. Hope not. Because again, you gotta figure out, man, what do you want out of life? Am I cool with my celebrity? Can I still make some money off this? Or am I gonna take an L? Or, for me, I'm different, see. I'm gorilla. I'm by any means necessary. So I ain't about to just ask y'all for shit. You can't expect people to give you civil rights when they don't own it. White folks don't own civil rights. You can't ask your oppressor for something you want in return. So again, it's become a point in time when we had to take what we want. That's like when people was in slavery, they killed the slave master because they was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Come on, man. That's optics. They said, damn, people are getting murdered and slaughtered. They looking at it from the same perspective. Damn, okay, well, we got to do something about this. Polyester was introduced now. Oh, people ain't wearing this cotton no more. My dad said to me the other day, I ain't gonna take his jump. That's game. No, it ain't. Oh, it ain't Abraham Lincoln just freedom because he wanted to. No, the Civil War happened. So people wearing a Confederate flag, they want you to be back in slavery. I mean, that's telling me you want me back in slavery. That was good old days when Grandpa outside and yeah, man, it's heritage, man. It's not hate, it's heritage. What's heritage then? Of me being under you? That's heritage to you, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that shit ain't never gonna happen again. You're not in my lifetime. Not for me. Never. You heard? But yeah. To me, it's like, man, it's a whole game they playing. And you gotta understand the rules of the game. Like I said before, man. People always say chess is more complicated than checkers. You know, I feel like checkers is more complicated because you gotta think on your feet. You don't know what the opponent's gonna do. In chess, there's set rules. Checkers, there's no rules, baby. So it's really reverse. It's really, I'm playing checkers, not chess. Because checkers, I can go anywhere I want to go. You don't know what I'm gonna do when I play crazy when I'm playing people in checkers. I do things that they're like, what? Why would he do that for? That's not the normal thing that you do. In chess is the same way. You got this person important. You know who this person is. You know how to go over there. You know how to, you're really boxing yourself in chess. They say it's a more educated game because it's a thinking man's game. Checkers is a thinking man's game too. Checkers is about strategy. That's why I love checkers. I played checkers for years. You did help my mind develop and grow. For me to even have that thought process, for you to say, "Nah, I think that checkers is the real thinking man's game, not chess." Because chess, again, I will reiterate, chess is something that you know what each piece is going to do. When it's lined up on that table, this person can do only but so much. And checkers, sky's the limit. It's about how many kings you can get. I'm gonna box you in to the point I'm gonna make you make a move that you don't want to make. That's what I do in spades to mugs. You heard? That's why I'm a critical thinker on my feet. You dig? That's why I'm so good at spades, not because I cheat. Because I understand movements, I understand patterns, I understand thought process, I understand tendencies. You dig? That's why when I see somebody put a big joker down early, that's a tendency. If I play with you long enough to know, he broke. Some people hold it to the end. I know how, but I played against you enough time to know, oh yeah, I see you bluffing. You ain't really got shit. Let's go. Let's get this money here. I come out the gate. I'm getting my shit early. Yeah, I cut off my partners to make sure I get my jump. Because I need to feed. I need to be able to control. I need to be able to maneuver. You heard? I'm Jason Williams at Duke with the rock, baby. Like, I never seen nobody take the ball from Jason Williams when he was playing at Duke. You heard? Just want to give him some. Let's shout out to Jason Williams. You dig me? For real. And I got a Jason Williams Bull jersey too that I picked up along the way. I don't even wear it. I got it in the cut. It's when I get my dream home. I'm gonna hang it up for sure. But yeah, man, this is serious to me. You dig? So that's been the show, man. We broke down some good game. You dig? Some real good game, man. Some real good game. Like I said before, like, subscribe. Check me out Friday night, man. Cups in the Gang, 7 o'clock on Facebook as well. Love, peace, and love.